Welcome to the TeachLogic Maxim Amplifier tutorial video. In this video, we'll introduce you to the Maxim Amplifier model number IMA-540, cover its features, and how to use them. TeachLogic's classroom audio solutions make it simple to provide enhanced audio and voice lift to the whole classroom, while integrating all of its existing audio, video, and public address components. A complete Maxim amplifier system includes a handheld microphone, part number IRH-35, and a pendant microphone, part number Sapphire IRT-60. Both microphones are specifically designed to pair with the Maxim amplifier, but can also be used with any other TeachLogic infrared system. Let's review the front panel of the unit from left to right. On the far left, you'll find the power button with status LED. When the amplifier is plugged in and in standby mode, it will illuminate red. When the amp is awake and active, it will illuminate blue. To the right of the power status button, there are microphone input controls. Microphone A input volume control, microphone A pairing indicator LED, microphone B input volume control, and microphone B pairing indicator LED. To the right of the microphone settings, the Maxim amplifier includes 4 line level inputs. Please note that these are consumer line level -10 dBV, not pro audio line level or +4 dBu. The next 3 controls on the front panel correspond to these inputs, which are located on the back of the amplifier: the DVD input volume control, the computer input volume control, and the auxiliary input volume control. The next 4 controls are designed specifically for use with video conference calls or lesson capture systems. Conference input volume control. This adjusts the volume level of the audio coming into the amplifier from an external device, such as a computer used for video conferencing. Conference 3.5mm input jack. This is the input jack that corresponds with the conference input volume control. Conference output volume control. This controls the audio level being sent out from the amplifier to the conferencing device or recording system. Conference 3.5mm output jack. This is the output jack that corresponds with the conference output volume control, routing mixed audio out from the amplifier to the computer hosting a video conference. Now let's look at the back panel from left to right. First is the 2-channel speaker output. This is a 4-pin terminal block or Phoenix block output, as it is commonly referred to. Up to 4 8-ohm speakers can be powered, 2 per channel, wired in parallel. Next is the fire alarm mute input. This is a 2-pin terminal block input and is intended to integrate with the school's fire alarm system. The amplifier audio will be muted when a fire alarm closes this contact. Page mute input. This is another 2-pin terminal block input and is intended to integrate the amplifier with the school's overhead paging system, where the amplifier audio would be muted during a paging announcement. The page can either mute the amplifier and play over its independent paging system speakers, or using the page pass-through function, which we'll cover later in this video, you can allow the page audio to pass through the amplifier and play over the speakers connected to the amplifier. When page mute is engaged, the power button status LED on the amplifier will flash blue during the mute. The page muting threshold controls the input sensitivity that will engage the page mute. It does not control the volume of the page if it's being passed through the amplifier. Paging volume must be set at the source paging system. The page input voltage selector is used to match the voltage of the paging source. 70 volt and 25 volt are for analog paging systems, and 4 volt is for lower powered voice over IP or VoIP amplifiers. Note here that the 70 volt position also supports 100 volt systems. The 3.5mm line level ALS output and gain control is intended for sending line level audio from the amplifier to an external assistive listening system, such as an induction loop amplifier. The 5-band equalizer controls affect all audio inputs and features adjustable boost or attenuation for 100 Hz, 300 Hz, 1 kHz, 3 kHz, and 10 kHz, with a range of -10 dB to +10 dB. The RS-232 input and on-off switch are designed for integrating external control systems. The security alert interface is integrated with the school's security alert system so that an educator may trigger an alert to the security system. Next is a 3.5mm aux input jack with a mic/line level selector. The microphone level position is -40 dB, and the line level position is -10 dB. Next is a 3.5mm computer input jack. The computer anti-hum on-off switch helps to reduce noise from a ground loop when a computer is connected to the amplifier. If no hum is present, it's best to leave this switch in the off position for best sound quality. Next is the RCA DVD input. Then we have two RCA infrared receiver jacks for the infrared dome sensor, part number ICS-55. Next is the 5V 1A USB charging output. Finally, we have the power input, 19 volts DC, 3.5 amps. If you look at the left side of the amplifier and peer through the venting grill, you'll notice that there are 3 switches accessible through the vents. The left switch controls the number of security alert pulses that are sent when the function is engaged on the pendant microphone. In the up position, the alert sends 1 pulse. In the down position, the alert sends 4 pulses. The center switch controls the page pass-through function we mentioned earlier in the video. In the up position, the page audio will not pass through to the speakers connected to the amplifier. In the down position, the page audio will pass through to the connected speakers. Page audio is always passed through to the ALS and conference outputs. The right switch controls the conference echo guard feature. This can help minimize audio echo when the amplifier is integrated with a video conferencing system. In the up position, the echo guard feature is on, and in the down position, the echo guard feature is off. When using the TeachLogic wireless infrared microphones, it's necessary to use the infrared dome sensor, part number ICS-55, as an IR receiver between the wireless microphones and the amplifier. The dome connects to the sensor jacks in the back of the amplifier using a plenum-rated cable with RCA connectors. The sensor comes with a mounting bracket and 50 feet of cable. To achieve suitable coverage throughout the classroom, careful consideration is required for the installation location of the IR dome sensors. The dome sensor is designed to be attached to a ceiling or wall with a few considerations. Generally, a central ceiling position in the room is recommended. The installation location should be at least 3 feet away from any video projectors, smartboards, or TVs. Rooms that have significant natural light exposure should be treated with adjustable window coverings, and sensors should be installed away from exterior windows. For larger rooms or rooms that are heavily exposed to natural light, more than one sensor may be necessary for coverage throughout the room. Select the best location for the sensor, and once mounted, connect the SNC50 cable to the sensor and then to the back of the Maxim amplifier. In this section, we'll go over the wireless pendant microphone for the Maxim system, the IRT-60, and how to use it. We'll start with a quick overview of the microphone controls and features. Front and center is the TeachLogic LED logo button. This button offers control for power, mute, and the LED also signals different battery levels. To power on, press and hold the logo button for 3 seconds. When the microphone is powered on, a solid blue LED means it's powered on with 50 to 100% battery life. A solid purple LED means powered on with 25 to 50% of battery life. A solid red LED means powered on and 0 to 25% of battery remains. A blinking red LED means the battery needs to be replaced. A solid yellow LED means that the microphone is set in test mode. Disconnect and reconnect the battery to resume normal operation. To mute the microphone, tap the logo button. The logo will blink blue while muted. To unmute, tap the logo button again. To turn the microphone off, press and hold the logo button for 3 seconds. A microphone with no audio activity will shut off after 1 hour. On the right side, there's a 3.5mm input jack, which can be used for line-level aux input. When connected to an external audio source like an MP3 player or a computer, the aux input audio is routed to the paired amplifier's corresponding microphone input channel. Below the aux input is an audio spring switch, which is multifunctional. It's a summed digital volume control for the amplifier's line-level analog audio inputs, combining DVD, computer, auxiliary, and conference. To control the summed volume of those inputs, roll the switch up or down to change the volume level in single steps. To change the volume in larger increments, roll the switch to the up or down position and hold it in place. This changes the volume by 3 steps per second with a total of 20 steps. When the system is powered off, the summed output is reset back to unity level. This switch also functions as a temporary priority switch. When the microphone is on and unmuted, press the switch in once to temporarily lower the volume of the audio sources connected to the line level inputs so you can speak over them. Press in once more to resume the previous volume of the connected sources. And finally, it's also a security alert switch. Press and hold in the spring switch for 5 seconds and the security alert will be engaged, sending 1 or 4 pulses to the connected intercom system. On the left side, there's a preamp gain switch. This switch controls the preamp gain for the 3.5mm line level auxiliary input on the mic, as well as the internal microphone. The switch has 3 positions from quiet to normal. We recommend starting with the switch in the middle position and adjusting it if more or less gain is necessary. On the bottom, there's a micro USB charging port. And on the back, there's a battery compartment with a slide-off cover, which houses a lithium polymer battery and the channel selection switch. The microphone ships with the switch in the channel A position. If you switch it to channel B, ensure that the other microphone that will be used with the Maxim amplifier is set to the channel A position. There's also a lanyard clip on the back of the microphone. On the top, there's a removable windscreen which protects the microphone diaphragm from dust, dirt, and makeup. Periodic cleaning of the windscreen is recommended. You can use compressed air to remove dust or lint, and then a disinfectant wipe to remove any leftover buildup not cleaned by dusting. Now that we're familiar with the components of the pendant microphone, let's power it on and test it out. Ensure that your amplifier is plugged in and that a sensor and speakers are connected to the amplifier. Then power on the amplifier by tapping the logo button. Power on the pendant microphone by pressing and holding the logo button for 3 seconds. This microphone pairs to channel A by default out of the box. Once paired, adjust the mic channel volume on the amplifier and test for audio signal. Note: the TeachLogic system is designed as a voice lift solution. You may not hear your own voice loudly through the speakers. The system is intended to subtly amplify your voice so that students or listeners in the back of the room can hear the speaker clearly. When using a lanyard, position the microphone approximately 5 inches or 13 centimeters from your mouth, with the top of the microphone resting just above your collarbone. Mute the microphone by tapping the logo button, and the microphone logo LED will blink blue during the mute. Tap the logo button again to unmute, and the LED will turn back to solid blue. If you're using one of the line level inputs to play audio like DVD, computer, or auxiliary, you can temporarily lower their volume by 20 dB to talk over them using the microphone. Press in the audio spring switch to mute the external audio so that you can talk over the audio source. To resume, press in the audio spring switch again. If the Maxim system is connected to your school's security system, you can activate a security alert using the following process. Press and hold this audio spring switch on the pendant microphone for 5 seconds. During the alert, the logo button on the amplifier will flash green, indicating that the security alert has been successfully triggered. Charging the pendant microphone. The battery life of a fully charged IRT-60 is 8 hours of active use. The microphone can be charged by placing it into a 3-bay drop-in charger, part number BRC-60, which is powered by connecting it to the Maxim amp via USB-A on the back panel of the amplifier to a mini USB port on the side of the bay. It can also be charged by plugging it in directly to the amplifier using a USB mini to USB-A cable or a wall outlet using the BRC-15 plug-in charger. Note: it is possible to damage devices by incorrect use of the mini USB connector or by placing the microphone into the charging bay facing the wrong direction. In this section, we'll go over the handheld microphone for the Maxim system, the IRH-35, and how to use it. We'll start with a quick overview of the microphone controls and features. Front and center are the power switch and battery status LED. Push the power switch to the up position to power on the microphone. A green LED means the microphone is powered on and the battery has satisfactory charge. A red LED means that the battery level is critical and needs to be charged as soon as possible. On the top, protected by a mesh screen with a built-in wind and plosive filter, is the microphone diaphragm. The bottom half of the handheld microphone unscrews to access the battery compartment, which also contains the channel selection switch. The handheld microphone ships with the switch in the channel B position. Only nickel metal hydride rechargeable AA batteries are to be used with this microphone. Using alkaline batteries and attempting to charge them will cause damage to the microphone and its parts. The handheld microphone should last 7 hours of active use on a full charge. It can be charged using the battery-powered BRC-101 single bay drop-in charger or the BRC-60 drop-in charger, which can charge 2 pendant microphones and 1 handheld microphone. The handheld microphone has fewer controls and functions than the pendant microphone. This is intentional, as each microphone was designed for a specific purpose. The pendant microphone was designed for use by the educator, offering expanded functionality such as talking over external audio connected to the amplifier, activating a security alert, or connecting an external microphone or auxiliary audio source to the pendant microphone, and finally adjusting system volume directly from the microphone. The handheld microphone was designed for use by audience members or students, which is why its functionality is limited to powering it on and off and the selectable channel A-B pairing. Thank you for watching our TeachLogic Maxim System tutorial video. For more information about the Maxim system, be sure to visit teachlogic.com. If you have any questions or need support, you can reach the Tech Services and Design Department by emailing us at techservices@williamsav.com. For any sales inquiries, email us at info@williamsav.com.